All right, guys, we're back here with the last round and a half here of the Boys B event. Just a reminder, so like I was saying earlier in the broadcast, we actually, the very first round, had the power go out to all the technical equipment up here kind of in the area where we're broadcasting from. And it's one of the most bizarre things. So on the swimming side of the pool, they have all these inflatable rafts that look like for kind of like the community center to play on, the kids to play on. And the odds of it happening are slim, but sure enough, I guess they plugged in something quite literally on the swing side at the exact same time we were going live over here, which caused just a surge and the power went out. As I mentioned, the technical crew has been pretty impressive to see how they just efficiently got everything up and running again. So big shout out to them to be able to handle that curveball. I know they were troubleshooting everything and technical testing everything yesterday, and everything went according to plan and ran perfect. It just goes to show you there's certain things that just kind of happen out of our control, and you just roll with the punches, and they've done such a good job. So, but we're looks like we're about diver 7 here in round 8 of 9 for the Boys B event. Bastion just a little over twisted there and a little short, so the judges aren't going to reward that too well. Just to kind of give you guys where we're at currently, I'm just showing you as of now. Looks like Lovro from Croatia was in first place after the last round. Peter in second, and it looks like Ahmet from Turkey was in third. And it looks like there's a decent little gap there between third and fourth. And we have Artem here. That was his first ever competition, 305, and it was pretty darn good. He should be happy with that, keeping 5.5s there on his first 305C. And here we're going to see our second place diver, Peter, about to do the same dive, 305C, reverse 2.5 tuck from 3 meter. Oh, missed long there. I love his position. I like his connection. He does a lot of really good stuff there. Can get those arms back, but that tuck position is killer. The kick out is great. It's a little high on that kick out. Really keeping the door open here for Lovro and maybe even Ahmet to start to sneak in here into this conversation for that 1-2 spot. Leo from Great Britain here. I believe that's Sheffield Diving Academy based out of Great Britain. Pretty good dive. Want to see a little more board ride there, but very good dive. If he rides that board a little more, you're going to see he gets up, getting that head up a little more on the start. It's going to allow him to stay on that board a little longer and give him a little more time to finish that dive a little higher. All right, Jakob 105B. Little pikey going in the water there. I want to see him get those arms up a little higher. And then you see how he closes underneath. Doesn't allow him to get all the way out there into his shape. All right. Just a touch rolled by on the bottom there from Jakob, or excuse me, from Teg. There with a 3 and 3B again, another Sheffield Diving Academy diver here. Great finish. Let's see. Got a pretty good reach there. Connection's pretty solid. That press, looking at his toes, then lining up. Good job. Pretty solid. That head's up a little on the start there for Joris. See how that head moves just a little early, so he's going to see those spots a little off, just a little by. I'd love to see that head stay down and get into a little smaller tuck position, but very good. All right, a 405C here. We're 2.5 tuck. Hey, that'd be a happy diver right there. 405C, let's see, gets through. That bend arm a little through the bottom. Let's see those arms stay a little straighter, but very good. Work that come out being a little sharper, a little crisper, but very good. All right, and this was our leader after the last round. 205C just needs 4s to move up into first, so let's see if he can do it here. Oh, a little short. It's going to bring this battle a little bit closer going into the last round. This could come down to the last dive, folks. He's still going to sneak up into first place there, but only 5.7 points between Peter and Lovro. Inward double. Such a hard dive to do well on 3 meter. The control to be able to go in feet first and really trust your kick out. You could see it a little bit that he's not fully trusting that sharp kick out where he can get those knees fully extended out above the water. Such a challenging dive to do well on 3 meter. Hey, that's pretty solid there. Just a little bit on the bottom, but we're gonna be real happy with that dive. Really good takeoff, sharp come out. Very good. Thought that might have went a little higher. The judges keeping 6, 5, 5.5. I thought that was one of the better back 2.5s we've seen. I'm watching the replay from some just different angles, so it's not perfect judging perspective. But I thought that was a little bit better. I'm going to be a little critical there. I thought that one maybe could have snuck up into those 6.5s, maybe even scooped to 7. Ooh, that is a small tuck from Elliott there. Great dive. Let's see where he can finish up getting on this one. Moving into 4. So again, we're going into the last few divers here. And our first place diver, Lovro, 325.8. Peter in second from Hungary, 320.1. Vid from Croatia with 311.6. And Elliott there from Sweden, 21.2. This is going to be interesting between those top two, and you could have a battle there for that 3-4 spot, really trying to bring home a medal. Looks like they give out medals for first, second, third. And really excited to kind of see what happens here in this last round. We got 2 divers left in this round and one more round to finish it out. On the women's side, it looks, I'm just trying to peek over real quick, looks like it's quite a little battle up there. Yeah, there's a few divers left. Trying to see here real quick. I'll get you all a girls B update here and a couple divers with the placings. Last diver of the round here for the boys B. And then we're going into the last round. Going to decide who's going to bring these medals home in the first event. Again, we're seeing that a lot. We're seeing a little back off action through the hips. So you can see it's a pretty tight race there. The top four, I think you got a battle for first, second, barring anything unforeseen, and then you got a battle for 3, 4 there. So let's see what these divers can do here in the last few dives. All right, let's take a peek here on the women's event and see if we can get you guys some updated information. All right, so try to provide y'all some info here. Women's side. Bora from Hungary in first place, up by about 4.65 on Emma from VGF, followed by Cassandra from, I think that's Austria, with a 4.7. Those top 3 are battling. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun going into the last round. Oh, ho, 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 man. Vid crushing that dive. Absolutely smokes it. 56 points. That was huge. That is gonna. That gives him a chance to maybe sneak up into that second, maybe even first. We'll see what happens. But most of the divers tend to save their best dive for last, and he absolutely did that there. 56 points is huge. I mean, you're looking at 41 points for Lover to take over, 47.5 for Peter to take him over. Like those. They got a hit, so that's exciting there. And even Elliott, 63 points out. That's doable as well. So let's see what happens here. See those arms be a little more narrow would be really nice. Ahmet here from Turkey. I've been pretty impressed with him. Very crisp, very sharp diver. In 6th place currently. And I've been pretty impressed with a lot of his basics and some of the stuff he's doing. Again, really strong, just sharp dive. I really enjoyed watching him dive. I'm excited to kind of see what he can do the rest of the week. That was fun. Just seeing that sharpness, that crispness, just gives you, you see it and it's just fun to watch. All right, Erwin here, 305C. Let's see what he can do here. Maybe a newer dive there for him, I don't know. But looks like he needs to just stay on that board longer, really work in that head position in the tuck. That shape in the air is so valuable for being efficient with your movement in the air. All right, Bastian. Hey, pretty good. Looks like he looked over that right shoulder just a touch on the bottom, which gave him a little wiggle there. You can kind of see it just a little crooked there on the bottom. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's see here. Good dive. When we watch this, when they show the replay, he just kind of gets a little sucked up into this. You see he goes, those knees move up into the chest instead of just a little more chase. Or you see those heels and everything kind of move behind the midline to then help that rotation happen a little bit more. But it's still a strong dive. Oh, Peter, 105B. So lower degree of difficulty here. 47, he needs sevens here to move into first. Sevens, and he only needs ones to move into second, but sevens for first is not easy with the way the judges have been judging. It's going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. I think that might get a little more 6.5s than sevens, so let's see if I'm wrong or right here. Beautiful in the air. Yeah, he keeps the sevens. He sneaks up into first place there over Vid. But very, very good execution there. Really good execution scores. Really good positioning in the air. Good entry. Very, very good. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a 203B from Leo from Sheffield. I see it again when they show this replay. That head wants to drift back just a little early in the dive. If we keep that down, he's going to see things a little quicker. It's going to allow for him to be a little more accurate with that come out. Jakob here doing 405C. And the girls are about halfway through their final round as well. Trying to see if these girls... Looks like Emma Riccati moved up into first ahead of Bora. And we are still waiting. It looks like Emma is going to, in the final round, move up over Cassandra and Bora for first place. Great battle there between those top three women. I'm sorry we were not able to bring you guys some of the visuals from that event. That event looked like a real battle between the top three there. Oh, I think he slipped there. I want to see that again if we can. Let's see, one. Yeah, it looked like maybe not a slip, maybe more of an unsure come out. Just kind of looked like he wasn't positive, not aggressive and assertive as to where to place those legs when he decided to come out. All right, next up, got Harry here from Great Britain. Just a little short. All right, let's see here. 5-2-3-3 from the others from Turkey. There you go. I like how he got straight quick out of that. And that takeoff was he extends and gets straight. Just a little overextending the shoulders there. Got a little wiggle, but it finished it strong, finished it well. All right, let's see what we have here. 52-33D. All right, and here is our last, well, not our last diver, but this is our first place diver. Lovro doing full out, 51-52, front 2.5 with a full twist. Needing fives. He gets fives, he gets the gold. Let's see what he does here. And that should do it. Bringing home the gold for Croatia. Great dives. Good competition from the men there. Lovro, if memory serves me correct, he kind of got up in the first place in that last round of the voluntaries. And he really didn't give it up after that. Very good job. Winning by 13.8 points. Looks like Peter will be our second place diver, and then I'm going to hold off on letting you know the third place until we see Elliot go here. But it looks like it's really between Vid and Elliot for that third place opportunity. A little twist on the bottom. Hey. Good. I don't know if that's going to be enough to sneak him up into third. Elliot's going to finish in fourth, it looks like. Yeah, looks pretty safe to declare our top three here with Lovro getting first, Peter in second, Vid in third. Really great showing by Croatia there. 2 out of the top 3 spots. Just really strong diving. Very, very good there on this first event. Inward double with a pike out. Again, that's a hard dive to do well. All right, we have one more diver here. Edward is our final diver of this event. And then there will be it's a 15-minute break, 15 to 20, after the last event of these simultaneous events. So it looks like the women should be done probably in the next 4 to 5 minutes as well. So my assumption is going to be that we will be kicking back off in anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. The next event is actually the women's platform event. So that should be an exciting one. I will have Aaron back in the booth with me. So we'll be able to team up on that event as we get rocking and rolling. So, Edward, great job. And there are your final results for the Boys B event. So, wonderful job for the Boys B. And we will see you back here shortly. Thank you, guys.